life to its fullest? Do you go out there and try to get everything that life has to offer? Do you go to the very edge and then take the leap? I'll tell you about one time that I took the leap. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and guests. I was standing in that open doorway with the air rushing by me, 17,000 feet above the ground in an airplane. I heard somebody behind me yell, 1, 2, 3, and then he pushed me forward, and I fell from that plane. I think that my fingernails are still in the door frame of that plane. And now I'm wondering, is this a good time to reevaluate my decision to go skydiving? But I'm falling there toward the earth at 125 miles an hour, attached to a jump master about half my size, who, I hope, remembered the parachute. I was looking around, and I looked out to one side, and I looked over the other way, and what I saw was that my jump master is a real nutcase. He was a lunatic. He was up there trying to help us fly. And I don't remember anything about trying to fly while we were going through the briefing. But I did find one thing to be true. I have to lose some weight. Because that raw air rapidly rushing by was furiously flapping my flabby face. But skydiving is exhilarating. It is so much fun. It gets such a rush, both of air and of adrenaline. I got to see things that you can't see in more normal situations. Off to my right and to my left were mountains. To my head and my feet were the plains. And directly below me was that non-pliable, very unforgiving concrete runway. I can see the score now. Runway 1, 0. I would like to tell you a little bit about first jumps. There are 2 types. The one type, you go for 20 minutes of training and you get 1 jump master, and that's called a tandem jump. The other type, you go for 6 hours of training and you get 2 jump masters. That's called assisted jump. 20 minutes, 1 jump master, 6 hours, 2 jump masters. That's like some of the college courses that I had. Where the longer you go, the less you know. But then I found out what the real reason is that after you have 6 hours of training and you find out what jumping is really like, it takes more people to push you out of the plane. And then I felt him put his hand on my forehead. And what that meant was that he was going to open the parachute. And he did. And we went from 125 miles an hour to 12 miles an hour in about 3 seconds. And I looked up. And that beautiful, silk, colorful, wonderful, life-saving parachute was deployed. And we were swinging gently underneath it. And then it hit. Motion sickness. Earl, I'm going to skip the acrobatic flying. My Denny's Grand Slam remained where it should, but it definitely let me know that this was not a good idea. I'm going to try skydiving again, but only after they find out how to make the free fall the whole way down. We landed safely. My jump master was not aware of my problem. So he decided it would be good to tell a joke. And he said, "Hey Hugh, what's the difference between a golfer and a skydiver?" And I assured him that I didn't care. And he persisted. And he said that the golfer goes whack, oh crap. And the skydiver goes, oh crap, whack. And I suggested that he not tell that joke before taking somebody else on skydiving. We picked up our parachutes and went back to the hangar, and while I was sleeping, they made a video of the skydive. About 30 minutes later, I was feeling a little bit better, we had flown a plane from our home base up to where we were going skydiving. And I was not so sure that I wanted to fly back. In fact, right now, if they would just let me die, I would have been happy they could have had the plane. But I decided that we would do it. We got in the plane, we took off, and it was wonderful. No parachute, no swinging. So later that night, in the evening, I made up a poem about this. Not a very good one, but a poem. Under my parachute I will fall toward the ground, that is all. That beautiful silk, so shiny and bright, gives adventures of smiles and not of fright. Upon this ground I will not splat, because my wardrobe coach does not like flat. If you ever want the excitement, thrills, and fun, skydiving takes the crown. But the next time I'm taking the airplane down. In the evening we went to a party, and the hostess insisted on showing our videos. And after the videos, about half of the people in the room said, "Wow, I've got to do that!" And the other half said, "No, while you're married to me, you don't." So if you ever want to see all that life has to offer, if you want to go for that gusto, do it. Take the leap. Just don't have a Denny's Grand Slam before. Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster.